everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am super excited about today's video. Okay, I am going to be trying out an entire face of Shein makeup. Now, if you don't know what Shein is a clothing brand, like a fashion brand that has been around since like 2008. It is based out of China and it's short for something else. It used to be like Shein or something. I don't know, it is literally like she and then I-N, but the I is capitalized, but all the letters are together. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I have bought repeatedly clothing items from this brand, and most of them have worked out. Sometimes they're a little bit big or a little bit long because I'm very petite and short and small. So not that I'm complaining, whatever. But I actually did wear one of my jumpsuits from there. I just wanted to clarify that this is not like some tiny little bra. Yeah, I thought I'd just theme today's video out. But I basically have an entire face. The only things I couldn't find were primer, eye primer, and eyebrow stuff. I like searched up and down on the website, but everything else I have, like contour, foundation. I have a couple of foundations, a couple of eyeliners, and a couple of mascaras. On the foundation, I'm either gonna mix them or do one side with one and one side with the other, or try one today and then like try another one for a different foundation review. I haven't decided yet. It really depends on if the foundations kind of match each other, because that would be the only way I would do a side by side. I go for walks. Like, I know we're social distancing. I get it. But my puppy is really confused what's going on right now. But even though I'm social distancing, I do go for walks, and I don't want somebody like, you know, from across the way being like, why is that girl's face two different colors? So we're just gonna see when that time comes. I'm super excited to get into this video. All right, so first, if you guys have been watching me, I always do eyeliner first. I know that sounds weird, but I do. So I have two different ones here. One is actually from the brand Shein, and this is the Dazzling Star Eyeliner. The diamonds glitter and are loved. That is what it says. I hope this is just a black eyeliner. I think it is. And then I have the Focalure Intense Liquid Eyeliner. I have a couple of other things from this brand. So we are gonna see. I think I'm gonna do this one on my right eye and then the other one on my left eye. Oh, that's actually really pretty. It looks like it's black. It's got a pretty short tip, but it is black. So I'm gonna go in on the right eye with this one. It's actually pretty black, which is nice. The tip is pretty stiff, I will say. I don't like my tips of my eyeliners to be super flexible, but this one is pretty stiff. I'd rather it be just a little bit more flexible so I have a little bit more mobility, but I really like the color. Actually, I'm really impressed with the pigmentation of this eyeliner. I do wish that the brush was a little bit more flexible, like I mentioned, but it did go on really nice, and I'm really satisfied with that one. Let's jump into the other one. And just a reminder that the other one is the Focalure. I think I've kind of heard of this brand. I don't know where, but I feel like it sounds familiar. This one is matte black packaging, and it is also has like a felt tip. It's a little bit longer and a little bit thicker at the base. So let's just see if this one applies as well as the other one did. So far, this one is looking really good. It's matching the other one well, and it's really black. So let me finish this and we're gonna discuss it some more. So I just finished. They match really well. I like both of these eyeliners a lot. The brush on this one wasn't flexible either. Like, it wasn't super stiff. Neither of them were particularly stiff. They were just like kind of hard to work with. They were stiff enough to where I wish they were not stiff. That was a really good sentence. Way to go, Monica. They look really good, like super black. They look the exact same. Like the exact same. So far, I really like them. I will keep you updated on that. I also do have two different mascaras here. This one is like a typical mascara. It's just got like rubberized wand. Not my favorite, but that's okay. We'll see how it works. And then the other one is a double-sided mascara. And that one is, I picked this out on purpose. And it's because one side has, I think it's supposed to have a really tiny brush. Let's see, yeah, a super tiny brush. So I'm gonna wear this one on both of my lower lashes, but I'm gonna wear this one on one side of my lashes and then the other one on the other side. But I did wanna show you the other one's top brush. This one's a little bit different shaped. It's got like that curve. Also rubberized. Not my favorite, but that's okay. I'm gonna go in on my right side with the big brush on this side, and then on the other side with the other mascara, and then so on and so forth. All right, very black. So far, not much volume. I really hope that changes. Not really much length either. It's just kind of darkening the lashes. Okay, so that's the first coat. I have mascara all over my lid, but that's the first coat. It's very natural looking. So what I'm gonna do is apply this mascara on the other eye while letting this one dry. And then I'm gonna go back in with some more coats and we'll see if that helps. So once again, here's what this brush looks like. They're both rubberized, which kind of to me makes them a little bit flimsier, but you know, whatever, it's fine. All right, this one is blackening so far. It's very like wet looking right now, which is not exciting me. But it is lengthening more than the other one, so that's interesting. One thing about Shein products I've noticed is that literally like all of their products have like 5 stars and everybody's like, this is the best thing ever. So I'm like kind of thinking they aren't legitimate, but you know, I don't know, they could be, but I don't think so. So I'm gonna go back in on this side with this mascara and see if we can build it up a little bit. Maybe wiggle it and see if that helps. I am very impressed with the eyeliner though, I must say. Like, it dried down pretty matte. I'm getting some length now, not much volume, but I hope we do. It separates the lashes well, but to me, I just like a little bit of, you know, I like the best of all worlds. So like long, voluptuous looking lashes. I like volume, I like length. I want it all, okay? I know that sounds a little bit spoiled, but it's fine. So as you can see now, I'm going in on the other side with the other mascara I used. This one is really just lengthening. So like I have like one eye that has like super long lashes and the other one's just not keeping up. These are really wet formulas. Like trying to get some volume out of this. This might be the day of like 12 coats of mascara. Here we go. I'm getting a little bit more volume on this side. It's funny because one side of my lashes is like super short compared to the other. And I don't really have short lashes. This is just a really natural looking lash, which is not exciting me. I might have some pretty natural lashes today. That's okay. Now I'm gonna go in on my lower lashes with this side, this tiny little wand. Let's see how this goes. So I really do like what it did to my bottom lashes because I'm not one that really likes a lot of mascara on my bottom lashes. Like I like a little bit to like even it out, but the really spidery looking lashes on the bottom like kind of like freak me out. Like it just looks wrong to me. So I do like what it did. It pretty much just blackened and like lengthened a little bit, but not to a weird extent. So yeah, I mean, not my favorite product so far. All right, so you can kind of see how natural they look. Let me see. They're just very, I don't know, boring. Not really impressed. We'll probably use this for bottom lashes like in the future, but I don't really foresee me using the rest of the mascara parts. So yeah, what I'm gonna do now is just real quick put on some of my own eye primer and my Wet n Wild single shade in Brulee. So that way I can jump into some eyeshadow. I threw on some eye primer and just like an eyeshadow to like, you know, set it all down. And now I'm going to hop into eyeshadow. I have 2 different palettes here. One is from Sheglam, yep, and one is from Focalure. So this one reminds me of Anastasia palette setup. Doesn't that look like an Anastasia palette setup? That's me. And this one kind of looks like, I don't know, maybe like a Huda Beauty one. I've never owned Huda Beauty. I love Anastasia shadows, I really do. So I'm gonna try to use both of them, I think, because I didn't wanna do 2 different eye looks for the same reason I don't wanna wear 2 different shades of foundation because it'd be weird. But yeah, I'm actually pretty excited. I've swatched a few. This one is really weird. It's like sticky, like wet feeling. It's like a glitter, but it feels like wet. We might jump into that one. I'm just a little bit scared. So yeah, it's like super weird. I'm gonna try to use both palettes and try to use like a decent amount of shades from both palettes without looking like a clown. So the first one I'm gonna go in with is in this palette. I'm gonna go in just with like a crease shade and use Frost and Apricot. I think I'm gonna use both of those together, so like kind of like mix them. We'll see. And just kind of like go into the crease a little bit. You know, you've seen me do my eyeshadow like a ton of times. These are very soft shadows. These, like, so far when I've swatched them a couple of times, they kind of remind me of Anastasia shadows with like how soft they are. This is like a nice pigment. It's a little bit peachier than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, but that's fine. That seems actually really nice and blendable. So I'm gonna go in on the other side. Yeah, like the pigmentation and like the way that these are applying is really impressing me. I will have to say this one is very light and like cheap feeling, but like I like the packaging. I think that the outside is pretty and I really like the colors in here. It does kind of remind me of the Modern Renaissance palette. Not completely, like there are some obvious differences, but like this shade, and these two shades, and like a couple over here do kind of remind me of it. So yeah. This is very peachy, I will say. I thought that these were gonna be a little bit more neutral, but I mean, it's fine. I'm just gonna take my Real Techniques brush and just kind of blend it out a little bit, just to make sure there's no patchiness. These aren't really super patchy. I did notice a little bit of patchiness, but not too much, so you could definitely like work with it. We'll have to see when it comes to like the darker shades too. And of course, like I can't use all the shades today, so I will be keeping you posted on these products in future videos, so you know. Boring Monica wanted to do the most boring eye look today, but you know what? Creative Monica won. So we're gonna do a hopefully relatively extravagant eye look. We will see. I'm actually like super cold right now because the weather in Huntsville is so drastic and weird. Like it goes from like being like 80 degrees to like 40. So it's kind of cold inside right now and outside, and this shirt was basically just so I themed out the video, but I actually really want to put on a giant t-shirt right now. Also because I'm on my period and I'm bloated. Let's just be real. Right, so I like the way that those shades applied. Definitely just a nice little crease shade. Let's see what's in this palette. All right, I guess we'll just do an orange look. Whatever. So now I'm gonna go in with the same brush. I'm gonna wipe off that excess shadow on here so I'm not like affecting the eyeshadow in the other palette. And I'm gonna go into this shade right here. These don't have shade names. These do. This palette has shade names. This one does not. So I'm gonna go into this top one right here in the left corner and just start putting that on the very outer edge. Let's see what this does. Ooh, this smells like formaldehyde. Like, you know, like when you're dissecting animals and like, you know, when they make you dissect like a frog and a pig? It literally smells like formaldehyde. Maybe that's just like the packaging. That really scares me actually. Shadow is nice though. I like can't get over the smell. That's like freaking the crap out of me. Freaking the crap out of me. That's like freaking me out so much. Oh, it literally smells so formaldehyde-y. I like how I'm using like a big word like formaldehyde and then like to change the tense of it, I'm calling it formaldehyde-y. Like very good, Monica. I will say the pigmentation and how nicely this is going on is impressing me, even with like the nasty smell. I like that so far. All right, just to make this more fun, I'm gonna go into this shade down here in this palette called Heat and take, I wish I had another brush. I don't know, some of my brushes have like walked off. I ordered some more from Amazon though, which is for an upcoming video. And I'm pretty excited to use them, but I won't let myself use them until that video. So once again, going back into this shade, just going into this shade, Heat, and we're gonna put that right out in the corner. The shade is going on nicely. Thomas is gonna love my eye look today. Hates it when I wear an orange eyeshadow. I don't know why. I'm like, but my eyes look so green. He's like, it's just so fake looking. Well, babe, whatever. This is for a video. Plus, I feel like being adventurous and nobody is really gonna see me anyway. And if they do, it's from far enough away to where it won't scare them. That shade is impressing me. Like, I feel like fiery look. So weird. I'm in such a funny mood. This whole quarantine has me like working out, and I did like a super full workout yesterday in the apartment from YouTube. I was pretty excited about it. And then Thomas was making fun of me because I was really sore. He was like, are you gonna keep going? And I was like, I'm on my period, so everything that you're saying to me is like an insult right now. So when you ask me if I'm gonna keep going, it's like you asking me, you know, are you gonna keep going or are you gonna give up? Are you gonna get fat? Just kidding. It's such a weird mood. That shade looks pretty nice. Where's my Real Techniques brush? Here we go. So just gonna kind of like blend this out a little bit, make it all seamless. I actually really like these shades together. So now that we have this heat, smoky thing going on, I gotta figure out some sort of sparkle. It's weird, they don't really have an orangey sparkle. They have this gross thing. I don't really know if it would go with my eye look. What about this one? Oh, that one might be nice. Oh, I kind of like that. Not this. Oh gosh, it looks like I'm flicking you off. I feel like that would be kind of nice. We don't really have any in here. All of these are like strange colors. This one is like, well, this bright color is like duotoned. So yeah, all these like duotone ones are confusing me. So I think I'm gonna go into this shade right here and just put it all over my lid. It's really soft to the touch. Oh no. Is there anything like coming off? This is the worst shade in here. Like, it's trying so hard. Let me try to get this mirror. It's really soft and it's pigmented when you put it on your finger, but it doesn't really go onto your eyelid. Like, unless you like really work it. Like, now it's showing up. But it's almost like there's like a first layer in the pan. Gosh, I'm so hungry. Can't eat until the video's done. It's a pretty color once you get it to work, but it's really weird. That's weird. Usually the shimmers are better than mattes in a palette. I did mean to mention at the beginning that everything I'm trying out is really inexpensive. So like, it's not like these are super overly priced or anything. Like this was like $9 and then this one was $12.95. So I'll list in the description box like each item and like how much they cost, so you know, but like none of these were over like $11 or $12. Just wanted to let you know that. Once you get this shade really working, it looks really pretty with the eye look, but it definitely takes a little bit of effort. This is taking so much effort. Interessante. My eyes look super green in person right now. That's what orange eyeshadow does. I think orange eyeshadow, like, or like a bronze eyeshadow, really makes any eye color pop because it just pulls out all of those kind of tones in everybody's eyes. So I just think that it's one of the most diverse eyeshadow shades that you can work with because it really just works for everybody, at least in my opinion. I'm gonna go in with a flat top brush here from e.l.f. and just try to make sure that like I'm not, like this color's not going everywhere. This is taking way too much effort. Like it's to the point of where like I'm getting like really frustrated. Oh my gosh, this shade is driving me crazy. Like, it looks pretty now, but oh my gosh, so not worth the effort. Why are these so stiff? I don't understand why you were so stiff. All right, well, that's about as much effort as I'm gonna put in because literally I'm cropped most of this out or clipped it out. That took me like 10 minutes just to do that shade. I'm just saying. Is there any other shade I want to go into? I'm gonna go into this shade right here, Bright. It's just like kind of like champagne-y color. And I'm just kind of like gonna dab it on top of that to really make it pop. So now I'm gonna take my Real Techniques brush and just kind of blend out any edges to make sure that they're all blended together and not looking like harsh or anything. I mean, it's pretty now. It's like a sunset, sunrise eyeshadow look, but I don't know if it's worth all that effort. So let's talk real quick. I am gonna go on my lower lash line later, but I did want to let you know. So overall, I think I like this one better just because the shades so far are a little bit more consistent, like in quality. Like the shimmers performed well and the mattes did. These two were a little bit peachier. I do like this one. I think that if you like these kind of colors, like you got a little bit of warm, if you want the Monard Renaissance palette, but you're okay with a couple of missing colors, this is great. It has some neutral shades. It's got some rosy shades. I do really like this palette. I think it's nice, I do. This one I like, but I'm a little confused why this shade was so hard to work with and why the mattes are so easy and why this shade is like freaking sticky. I'm gonna play with this one some more to give you like some more thoughts because there are a lot more shades in this one. I like the color scheme of this palette for summer a lot. I think it's really nice. Overall, if you're gonna spend money on one, I would get this one. It's cheaper anyway, and these shades are just a little bit more consistent across the board. So here's what the eyes look like finally. I like the end result. I think it's really pretty. Spend your money on the Focalure one if you decide to purchase anything from Shein based on my video, and if you do, I love you, and if you don't, that's okay. Now what we're gonna get into is foundation. I already put the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer on, which is what I use every day, and like I said in the intro, I have two different foundations. So I have the Shein Silky Matte Liquid Foundation, Flawless Coverage, and then I have the Shein Silky Ultra Wear Foundation, Essence Like Light. The Shein brand was the only brand I could find that had foundations. Let me just show you this packaging. Okay, how gorgeous is this? This is glass. Like, this is like reminding me of Dior or something like that. And it's got a pump, like, what? What? And the other one is the like same thing. Look how pretty this packaging is. These shades do not go together. This is actually kind of dark. This is called like literally the Tint Eyedouble Ultra Wear. I'm sorry, I can't say that correctly. Also has a pump. There are some brands out there, like expensive brands, that don't even have this nice of packaging. I'm in awe. So I'm obviously not gonna wear one on one side and one on the other side because they do not match. This one is more matte and this one is supposed to be, I'm guessing, a little bit more luminous. I'm gonna go in with the matte one today and then do a separate foundation review on this one, which I'm super pumped about. Just so I can give it like a fair shot. I want to wear these foundations separately to see how they wear like by themselves, you know? So, gosh, this is such a beautiful, beautiful package. I'm going to go in with the shade 102 Ivory in the Silky Matte Liquid, and it says to shake well before use. So I'm going to do that. I'm super pumped. Like this is what shocked me the most in packaging. It's gorgeous. So I'm gonna go on my little palette here and let's see. I really hope that this wears nicely. Ooh, that's moussey. So here you can kind of see it's not super runny. It's pretty thick. Let me just smear this. I don't really smell a fragrance on here because this is a candle lid. All I can really smell is the candle lid fragrance. So this is like pretty thick. I'm just kind of smearing it all over my lid so that way, like all over the palette I'm using, so that way it like gets distributed evenly onto my Blendiful, which I'm using. And here's my fresh, clean Blendiful, and I'm just gonna go in. Let's see. Hopefully this shade will match okay. It'll match okay. All right, so I'm just gonna go in. And yeah, just do it like this. I'm really hoping that this doesn't break me out because my skin has wreaked some havoc this past week. The shade is not too bad. It does not have a scent. This is really pretty. Like, this is a very natural looking finish. Gorgeous. Oh my gosh. This is looking really good so far. It definitely is like, to me, this is like more of a natural finish, not matte, which I'm good. Like, it's kind of matte, but not like the super unattractive matte that you would think from certain foundations. Oh my gosh. I have a few breakouts because it's period week and my skin decided to break out like super bad. This looks so good. Oh my gosh. I'm impressed by the packaging. I'm impressed by the foundation thus far. Like with this one, it has really good coverage. You don't even really have to go in with a second layer. I am on a couple of spots just because I do have some breakouts, but you really don't have to. This is working so well with the blendable too. Oh my gosh, I'm really loving this. What is this reminding me of? It's reminding me of the L'Oreal Pro Matte, the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, not the Fresh Wear that I love now. I do love the Pro Matte. I haven't used it in a while, but that was the one that really got me into L'Oreal foundations, and this is going on really similarly to that, and it's making me want to retry that foundation too. Wow. Wow. Let's just hope it doesn't break me out or something crazy. Oh my gosh. I do need to blend it down my neck because it more matches my arms. And that looks so good. Oh my goodness. Okay, seriously, this looks really, really good, guys. All jokes aside, my goofiness aside, this is looking really fantastic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a second layer on just a few little spots, but I'm going to put that in fast forward so you don't have to sit there and watch me. But so far, whoa, this looks amazing. I'm really impressed. I finished putting my foundation on. This stuff is really good so far. Really, really good. The coverage is amazing. It builds up really nicely. It makes you look like you have less pores. You know I'm interested in that. It's covered up some breakouts I have on my chin, and it just looks really smooth and really nice. It's definitely reminding me of the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte that I used to love, and I really got to bring it back on my channel because if it's like this, like I'm remembering it to be, I don't know why I really stopped using it in the first place. But I love the Fresh Wear, I really do. I think it's a little bit more natural looking. This one is definitely like, ooh, glam. Like I want to cover, I want to look flawless. So yeah, so far I really like it. This packaging was definitely worth the purchase itself. It's gorgeous packaging. Like, I'm really impressed. It even has like a little top that says Shein. Nice, thick glass packaging. Really impressed. So now, of course, we are on to concealer. And I have the brand Sheglam, and I have the creamy concealer in the shade 01 Fair. And it has pretty basic packaging. Here's what it looks like. I think this might be a good shade. It might be a little bit brighter than I'm used to, but we will see. It doesn't have any particular weird smell, and it just has like a very typical old-fashioned doe foot. So let's just go ahead and put it under my eyes. That's like thick. It's pulling really yellow. Like, it doesn't look that yellow to me in here. I don't know, maybe it's just me. In person, it's looking super yellow. And it's feeling very thick. Oh gosh, I hope this doesn't break me out under my eyes. That has happened to me before. All right, so let me just go in. I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out because I don't know, like, you know, with my Flower Beauty one, I let it sit for a second because it gets fuller coverage, but this one is definitely a different texture, and I don't want it to dry and be like super weird and hard to blend out. Wow, okay, I put too much on. A little goes a long way. I should have put less on. I'm gonna have to, it's like glowing up to where my eyes are. All right, let me see something. Okay. That is some pretty full coverage concealer. It looks like kind of luminous, which I like. I'm not really a big matte concealer person. It looks nice on top of the foundation. A little bit goes a long way. I really didn't need that much. It looks nice. It's definitely high coverage, so go in with a careful hand. Don't go in like I did and put an absolute crap ton under your eyes. It does look nice though. We'll see if it creases because I'm gonna go ahead and put the other one on, like the other side. It's very thick. I am gonna go in with the same amount that I did on this side just so it looks even. Maybe not as much, but very close to the same amount. Because I don't want to look like crooked. All right. Oh my gosh, it's so much concealer. The Flower Beauty one, you can kind of go in like ham because it's kind of supposed to be a little bit lighter weight, which is why I like it. This is reminding me kind of like the Tarte Shape Tape, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I mean, this is like a creamier version of that, but like this is like some heavy duty concealer. It definitely covers the inner corner if you have darkness in there like I do. Gosh, well, it goes a long way. Ooh. It does crease a little bit because the other side is creasing. That's fine though. Like that doesn't super bother me because we all have lines under there, especially if you're over like the age of like, you know, 15. All right. I like the way this looks. It's very high coverage, so it almost makes me feel like I need to like tone it down a little bit, but I can't. I'm definitely gonna go in after because it kind of cut into my eyeshadow and blend that away so my eyeshadow doesn't look so weird. It is high coverage, so if you haven't gotten a lot of sleep, this is a great option for you. It creases a little bit, but it does look nice under the eyes and it looks nice over this foundation. I will say that. Overall, I would give it like an 8 out of 10 because it looks good, it works the way it's supposed to, it's hydrating looking, but it's just almost a little bit too much for me. Like I like a little bit of a more scaled back one because the thing about it is I don't have super bad under eye circles. I definitely have under eye circles, but like I also want to look like a person. So that is my only thing there. So what I'm doing now is I'm gonna kind of smooth out the creases and we're gonna go in with some face powder. I have a loose powder and then I also have a regular face powder. I wanted to get both because that's how I typically wear it. So both of these are from Focalure and the first one I have is the loose powder in the shade 02. 01 was like super bright and I didn't want that bright. So I went with this shade instead. It looks like it's gonna match just a little bit more. I'm hoping, oh cute, it comes with like a little bitty puff. I don't use those. But that is so cute. I'm definitely gonna figure out a way to use that because that's adorable. I don't use those for loose powder though, but some people do. I'm just trying to get this open. Oh my gosh. It has like a sifter, which I kind of don't care about sifters. Like if they're there, cool. If they're not, whatever. So it definitely has some color to it. I kind of prefer it to have some color as opposed to, you know, like being super stark white because there can be flashback in pictures and you can look kind of unnatural in person. So let's see, get a little bit. All right, here's what it looks like. I'm just gonna, this is a little bit darker than I thought, but it's okay. I'm gonna go in like I normally do with my Real Techniques and just take it right there and just start smoothing it under there. Ooh, very nice. I like the way this is looking so far. It seems to actually be pretty finely milled. It's reminding me of my L'Oreal Infallible loose powder that I actually really like, that comes in a small little thing like this. That was more expensive. I want to say this one was like $7. But yeah, I'm really liking the way this is looking so far. I really like to get into the like really tiny crevices, because even though I am very well aware that I have eye creases like everybody else, if we're gonna go full glam, we're gonna go full glam, and we're gonna make it look as flawless as possible. That is looking really nice though. I like that this has some color. I know this seems like a lot, but I really do go in like small doses. And I smile a lot and make a lot of facial expressions because I'm kind of weird and goofy. So I like to definitely get my smile lines. That foundation is really impressing me, guys. Like, even looking at it now, laid down, it just looks really good. So I really like the way that it's applied. We're gonna see kind of how it works, you know, after we dust it off and everything. I have powder all over my leggings. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to fill in my eyebrows, and then we're gonna come back, kick this off, put on my other face powder, and see how that goes. Right, so I just filled in my eyebrows. They're looking a little bit fuller. Now I'm gonna kick off this bake, and we're gonna see. Let's see. I'm gonna go in with this brush I always do. Oh my gosh. Did I just like discover hidden makeup gems? This looks so good. Like, I look flawless. It applied super well on top of that foundation. Like, I look poreless. I have no lips right now. This looks insanely good. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. Like, why isn't anybody ever talking about this? I really like that powder. It looks amazing. Gosh, I'm really impressed with everything so far. I just realized that the foundation comes with a velvet holder. Oh my gosh, if this is the case, then like some high-end brands need to step up their game. This powder is amazing. I am definitely gonna use it as long as it doesn't break me out. It's so good. Why isn't anybody talking about Shein makeup, guys? Also, I did want to mention that this brand is cruelty-free, in case you're wondering. I think all of these are. Yeah, every single one of the brands I'm using in this, they're cruelty-free, just so you know. So I'm going into the Focalure face powder. This is just a regular face powder. And oh my gosh, Focalure is literally, I don't even know if you can see it. It's like engraved into the powder, like the name Focalure. That's incredible. Oh my gosh, I'm so impressed. This is in the shade 01. This is just the pressed powder. And I'm gonna go in with a powder brush from e.l.f. like I always do and just put it all over my face. I'm so impressed. I look super matte, so I'm definitely gonna have to bring back some life to my face. Oh, I just like inhaled a bunch of powder. Okay, yeah, this is making me look pretty poreless, which I'm very impressed with. You know I like to look like I have perfect skin. I like this powder too. This looks really good. It makes you look really poreless without like looking too powdery. It's definitely not an illuminating powder, so if you have dry skin, just keep in mind that this is a straight up powder and to go in lightly. So next I have a Stereo Face 6-color cosmetic disc contouring palette from Sheglam. So I wasn't able to find a bronzer on there, and I was either gonna get like a pressed powder and use it as a bronzer or use like a warmer shade in this. So I didn't get another pressed powder because I felt like that could be a little bit too pigmented, and I figured I could maybe try to go in with a warmer shade in here. And since I'm using it for contour anyway, like, wow, this thing's huge. Yeah, some of these are warmer, so I'm gonna like go in with this for contour and then maybe like this for bronzer. This is huge. Like, I didn't know this was gonna be so big. I thought it was gonna be smaller. They all have names too. This one is The Bright Side Vanilla Bourbon Queen of Ice. So this is like a highlighty. Ooh, that's cool. Tanned Goddess Noble Tint Chocolate Cake. All right, I could go for some chocolate cake right now, I'm just saying. I'm gonna go in with my Sonia Kashuk brush for contour. I'm gonna go into Noble Tint and just kind of get it like I normally do. and go like I normally go. Oh, that's really pigmented. So blending will be our friend today. Yeah, we're gonna have to blend this to high heavens. I'm gonna take my Eco Tools brush and blend this a lot. I like this a lot. Definitely going with a light hand though. Like, this is a huge palette, very versatile. This is definitely reminding me of that Kat Von D duo that I use. This is called Tanned Goddess, so I guess I'll try that one. And just like a little bit. I'm like going in like with one small tap. That's looking actually pretty nice. Yeah, it's a nice little bronzer shade. I like that. This would be like a good palette, I think, to travel with. Those are some nice diverse shades, so you can go in with a contour and a bronzer. Now I'm going in and just kind of blending it out. Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm gonna just take the excess and go on my temples. I'd say this is really good. I like that it has like a subtle highlight shade right here too. These two are matte, the rest of them are matte, but this one's like a nice subtle highlight shade, so if you did feel like it, you could definitely go in with it. I might go in on my nose with that one and see if we can bring a little bit of dew back to the face. I went ahead and like set my eyebrows and everything, and now I think I'm actually gonna go back into this palette and see if I can create a little glow on my nose with this shade, Queen of Ice, and just kind of like, let's see what it does. Yeah, that brought some shine back to my nose. Good, because I've really been into that. I used to like be like, no, but now I'm like, I'm pretty good with it. Let's see if I can take a little bit and just take it under my eyes like I do with that Too Faced palette I really like, just to kind of bring life back to the face. It's definitely got a little bit of sparkle, which the Too Faced one doesn't as much. Like, it has a little bit of sheen, like a lot less than this one, but this is looking really nice. I really like this. I like this palette a lot. Do you foresee me using it a lot? Yeah, I foresee me using a lot of these things a lot, to be honest, because these products are really blowing my mind. Now, the last step is lips. I ordered 2 different lip products, and one is the Shein Liquid Matte Lip Glaze, and then the other one is Shein Velvet Lipstick. So this is the lip glaze. This is in the shade Bare Pink. This is a lot pinker than I thought, so I'm not gonna go in with this one. And this one is in the shade Toasted Almond. It's a little pink, but I think it'll match the eyeshadow look a little better. Let's just focus on this 1 second. This is incredible packaging. Like, I am impressed with Shein packaging, specifically the Shein brand. Like, the foundation packaging blew my mind. This lipstick packaging has a magnet in it. Blew my mind, and these are very inexpensive. I'm gonna go in with my own lip liner and line my lips because I feel a little bit more, put together. So I'm gonna go in just with my Milani lip liner in the shade Most Natural. And now I'm gonna go in to the Shein Velvet Matte Lipstick, and let's just see how this goes. This is a deeper lip than I was expecting. Normally with this eye look, I would wear a nude, but I couldn't find a nude. This was like the closest to a nude I could find. I like this way this is applying. This is definitely a satin matte. Bold. I do have a feeling this will probably wear off in a few hours, in which then I will probably put a matte lipstick on, like just like a nude one, just because. I do like the way it applied. It feels really comfortable. It is not matte, so it's just kind of like, it's a comfortable lip. I really like it. I'm gonna go back into this palette and get this shade right here, and just take it under my lower lash line. I'm just gonna blend this out because that concealer made it look really harsh. I don't want it to look so angular. So here's the final look. Let's just say I am extremely impressed. I really like the way my skin looks specifically. The eyes I really like. The eyeliner blew me out of the water. The foundation really blew me out of the water. The powders really, gosh, I love the contour kit too. I thought that was really nice. I really like the way everything applied. I'm extremely impressed, especially for the price of these items. Like, knocked my socks off completely. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a full wear test and do check-ins and everything and show you how everything wears, get Thomas's opinion, and he'll probably be like, your eyes look orange, but whatever. And I do think this lipstick is gonna fade, and when it does, I'm probably gonna put on a nude because I'm not in the mood for a bright lipstick right now, but I'm doing it for the tube. but once it wears off, I will let you know. But I hope you guys liked this idea of a video. I was super excited about it. I thought about it during quarantine, obviously. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and close off here. Just a couple of things. Like I've mentioned, the foundation was probably, yep, it was definitely the #1 product that impressed me the most. Packaging, formula, it didn't have a smell. It had really nice full coverage. It looks natural on the skin. I really liked the loose powder. The face powder was nice too, but the loose powder was really great as well. Liked the contour kit, and I really liked both eyeliners. So yeah, that is where we are at now, and I will see you guys in the first check-in. Welcome to check-in #1. As you can see, the lipstick is pretty worn off. It did stain my lips a little bit. I ate like right after I recorded that video, and it just all came off because it's just, you know, like a bullet lipstick. And by the way, I do want to let you know that my video ended at 12:30, so my check-in times are like 2 to 3 hours after that. So it is 3:15 right now, and I do want to let you know that so you kind of knew how long everything's been on. My face makeup is looking really great, and so is the eye makeup still. Everything is really holding together so far. I'm excited to see how it wears the rest of the day. So yeah, so far so good. So we are at 6:37 right now, so it's about 3.5 hours-ish from my last check-in. Everything is looking really good so far. I did change up my lip because it completely wore off, and I was feeling a nude lip today after that. But other than that, the face makeup is looking really good. There isn't much creasing or anything. These are just pimples I already had. But I really like the way it looks so far. The eyeshadow is holding up as well, and so is the eyeliner. The mascara I don't like, but you guys already know that. So yeah, nothing really to say here. Anything bad? Nothing bad to say. That was a lot to say. But in a second, I'm gonna get Thomas's opinion and see what he thinks. I don't even think he notices that I'm wearing a different foundation. So we're here with Thomas. So Thomas, let's go in, I don't know, order. What do you think of my face makeup?
I like it. I think it's a really good color. I like the shade of it. It's got pretty good coverage. Doesn't look like it's starting to dry and crack, so that's really good. Looks like it can last the whole day.
Does it look smooth? It looks smooth to me.
Yeah, it looks really smooth. It kind of has like a little dewy look.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
What do you think of my eyes? I know you're not big into like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of a lot of eye makeup, but I think it's pretty mellow. Like, it's not super.
Really? I talked about how you'd hate this eye makeup earlier.
I mean, no, it's not the worst I've seen for sure, but I mean, I don't mind it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad it's not the worst you've seen ever. So what would you give this? What would you rate it at out of 10?
The whole makeup? Like an 8 or a 9.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Thank you for your input.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Mac. He's ignoring us on purpose. So here's the final check-in. This foundation held up so nicely. I've been wearing it for over 8 hours, and very minimal creasing. I've already, like, these pimples were already there. It looks really good. I haven't had to touch up at all. I'm really impressed. I hope that it does not break me out so I can continue wearing it. I like the eye makeup, not the mascara. The lipstick obviously didn't last, and neither did the one after I took the original Shein one off. But yeah, I would say that this makeup day was a success. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the notification bell down below, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I hope to do more videos like this in the future if I can find a bunch of different websites and apps to do it from. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my hair